Namaste,
Namaste,
everyone.
everyone.
Welcome to Saturday Sadhana. Today we are taking on looks like a featuring some percussion, but also has a vocalist. So I've got some notes here for you. This concert was held in 2018 at Afghan Church in Mumbai, which is a heritage site today. The segment we're going to watch features the percussion players, which are Vikku Vinayakram, and he's playing the ghatam, with his grandson Swaminathan Selvaganesh reciting shlokas, which are verses to praise God, and playing the kanjira. Arun Prakesh Krishnan is on the marandam, and Guru Prasad on the other ghatam. So there's two ghatam players. Vikku, which I believe is the featured percussionist here, he's 83 years old today. In the video, he's 76, and he's considered to be the greatest ghatam player ever. And he started in the early 70s as a member of the Shakti band, which we know. And in 1991, won a Grammy for his work in Mickey Hart's album Planet Drum. This clip has 3 rhythmic compositions in the form of shlokas.
Excellent.
Okay.
Cool.
So thank you, Dinkar, for the notes in advance. I hope I said at least half of that correctly. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yes, indeed. We're going to get started, but before we do, please, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, ring that bell so you always know what is going on with our channel. And without further ado, let's begin.
Oh, look at this. He looks like a rock star.
He does.
This is gonna be cool. And I like that his grandson is the one on vocals here. So that's I love that connection. It always gives a deeper history to everything. It almost sounds.
Okay, there's 3 different ones.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's tight.
Swaminathan? I'm saying his name correctly.
I like this groove.
Yeah. When I'm 76, I hope I'm flexible enough to put on my socks. Let alone have the energy to do what he's doing.
Yes.
And I think his fingers are taped a little bit. It makes sense when you were mentioning that before. Like
I was gonna say that may be the wrong thing to focus on, but all I could think about when I was hearing that was, ouch! Like how much that hurts to play that, because it's not a surface that gives.
There's no give. Nothing.
I've played what's called a cajon, which is made of wood. It's sort of, it's you
like
sit
a
on
box.
it.
Yeah.
It's a box you sit on, and even playing that, you play that enough, and you start to feel that. But that gives a little bit. This is a very unforgiving surface, and just the power that they're exuding when they play that.
He strikes the ghatam in such a interesting way too, because it looks like sometimes it's here, sometimes with the palm or the fingers individually. Yeah, so it really depends on what kind of attack he wants, what kind of timbre that he wants.
Yeah.
At the beginning of what's going to resonate within the instrument itself. But I really enjoy watching him recite everything, having vocal technique prior to even playing the instrument, where you're connecting your body vocally and then mimicking the sounds that you're actually going to use on the instrument that you play. That whole background is really fascinating to me.
It obviously starts in the mind first, and there's a visualization that takes place that's the origin of everything, and then it translates to a greater or lesser extent, but the more of a visual sense that you have of what you're doing, I think it makes you just a better player, because your knowledge of the instruments is more, it's connected and just greater.
Yeah, and the timing for everybody in this is just fantastic. We haven't seen the multi-tuning. I would have guessed that was conical.
I was going to comment on that. There was a certain simplicity to the first section. It almost had more of a tribal feel, because it had a sort of a consistent groove. People were doing the same thing, and it was a little bit simpler, just in the sense that I could kind of tap along with it a little bit, and the audience could. And then obviously it evolved to that last part, which is beyond anybody's comprehension. So really cool.
Different slogans.
Just the memorization for these parts. So expressive.
This part.
Yes. And the bending of the head is great.
திங்களஞ்சடை சிவபிரான் ஒரு பெரியவே விலங்கறியதோர் மகான் மங்களம் பரசங்கரன் பெயர் மாநில தில்லைத்தான் நிலைக்க பயங்களின் குரு தெய்வமா நின்றம்மையா நுரும் செம்மலா இவன் தங்கு சந்திரசேகரேந்திர சரஸ்வதி பதஞ்சரன் அடைந்தனதா பதஞ்சரன் அடைந்தனதா பதஞ்சரன் அடைந்தன. உலகில் உயர்வு பெற்றிடலுற்று உன்னருளால் அழகிற் தமிழ் கற்று என மதியிற்றறிவுற்று கலை பற்பல கற்றேன் அவை காண புவியேற்றேன் நிலக பெருபரிசா எழிலுலக புகழுற்றேன் எழிலுலக புகழுற்றேன் எழிலுலக புகழுற்றேன் ததிங்கெனக்கும் 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 தா Sivaya nama nama siva masivaya navaga nama si nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya ta ditaka junuta ditaka junuta kita sivaya nama siva masivaya navaga nama si nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya ta Sivaya nama siva masivaya navaga nama si nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya
And when I say simple, let me clarify that, because at the heart of it, this sort of this is the rhythm. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4.
You can follow that, yeah.
So that is simple in a sense, but where they're putting the accents makes it more complicated than it seems to, just the surface.
Right.
It's more random, and random to our ears, but obviously they're planning it meticulously.
Absolutely.
But that groove, it is deceivingly more difficult than it seems. But I guess it's got a simplicity in the sense you can kind of groove along with it.
You can tap
a little bit.
Yeah, you can just kind of tap the foot and stay in time without understanding the complexity of the formula, if you will. Right? There's not as much going on there. But what was interesting, because there's this expressive percussive thing. It's almost like a call and answer, so he's doing the shluka, he's going through this, and it's all synced in, planned, obviously. And then there's like this kind of percussive explosion, then it comes back. There's something about it. I'm imagining, in order to do this as well as he does, just vocally here, this has got to just be it has to be just part of the household growing up, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so fluid in his vocal delivery, in the timing and the movement. There's such a casualness about it. That's what makes it so beautiful.
Listen, it's obviously crazy. Not every child in a musical family is going to, pick up on that or have that.
No, but the exposure has to be there.
But it's there. It can't not be there.
Just amazing.
But it's always great when that, obviously it's in the DNA, and then to just be nurtured as well.
Yeah.
That's a powerful combination.
Sivaya nama siva masivaya navaga nama si nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya di Sivaya nama siva masivaya navaga nama si nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya nama sivaya ta takitatum takitakadum takitatum takitakadum takitatum takitakadum ta di ta takitatum takitakadum.
Everybody's on the same page. It's so cool.
Yeah, one of those is... So, in the West, a drummer that would play in a set, they would talk about six-stroke rolls or seven-stroke rolls or whatever. That's what's happening there. There's different hits for those in
that period of time. Yeah.
It's too fast for me to count it, but yeah, there's those subtle things. It's like there's little differences each time. So the sophistication is up there.
Exactly. That sophistication built into bands like Dream Theater that became very popular in the US. One of my favorite bands when I was in my late teens, because it was new to me, and that's who was handing that down to my ears. They felt like they were on the cutting edge. Right? Just like they're breaking all the rules or that
they invented it.
So progressive, right? It's just like they are that. And I'm watching this going like, yeah, they're like 5,000 years behind the boat.
Yeah, exactly. But you never realize they influence some of these bands that we've loved that they're influencing these other cultures.
And it makes sense. Yeah.
Indian music, African music, it's it's
The
there.
tribal aspects, the complexities built into that. And then to modernize it with the modern instruments is
This
so cool.
is 9.5. This is Mahapariva slogan. 9.5 is coming like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takita. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takita ta.
Thank you for counting it out for us. It is actually greatly appreciated. But this has been 8-beat cycle is easier for us to follow in, any way, as you're pointing out. So it's kind of cool. But to see where that turnaround is.
Yeah. I lost it now.
Ooh.
Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin
I love this.
Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Om Kajinata. Kajunata.
Polyrhythm there.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata. Tati takradum tong ding tong tatin takradum ta ding ta tatin tarigada Om Namo Bhagavate Shri 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 Chandrasekharin Saraswati Gurupyo Namagata.
How do they know just to go to that? Like a triplet field.
It's magical.
It's on a dime.
I know. And we're so far into the cycle. Like how? So it's not just counting to 8 and you know where you are. It's like how many times you've done that to know when to repeat. Like,
yeah. I just can't understand how they keep track of all this stuff, much less execute it.
I'm curious. While we're paused,
So tight.
what is the ghatam's tuning? Because you got the 3 different sounds. Are you?
Well,
Is it?
I mean, I kind of stopped paying attention to that, but it was
I was
from the
curious,
beginning.
yeah.
It was, I think it was, or maybe
Is it like a 1-3-5?
I think a
Is that-
1-3-5. I believe
Okay.
so. It's in C.
Okay, it is.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I believe so. Yeah. Don't
Yeah, I
quote
was
me on
just
that. I'll
curious
listen again more.
because he was able to bring in a little melodic phrase by having
Yeah.
being
It
able
opens
to
it up.
juggle between
Yeah.
the 3 different instruments there.
But they're so tight together. I mean, it's just like one seamless entity, with these really complex polyrhythms that
Absolutely
are changing,
stunning.
and just coming in out of nowhere. Yeah.
And it's not like there's a conductor going like, okay, and triplet. Like there's just no one like.
Yeah, there's nobody to be
They
like, all right,
all
it's coming
know.
up. This part's coming up. Be prepared. No, it's just they're just on it.
There's that panic look, if you're in a band, you're like, okay, here we go. It's just like, that's what I'm used to on stage. Like, are you ready?
Exactly. Yeah, right. That's the third, yeah.
नमो भगवते श्री 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 चंद्रशेखरेन्द्र सरस्वती गुरुभ्यो नमः।
Wow.
I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. Yeah, give it up to him. That just amazing. Just amazing. What a joy it is to be able to watch this stuff. This is so cool.
I wonder if I grew up in this environment. Curious where my mind would have taken me musically. What would have struck? Right?
I know.
'Cause it's our
I know.
conditioning, and a big part of who we are is our influences. Our parents, what was playing in the house that we grew up in, our teachers, our friends in the neighborhood, all those things kind of steer our path.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to think about if this was the initial exposure.
Yeah. And talk about a daunting, area to get into.
I know.
Every music is deep. Even simpler forms of music, pop. Some pop music. There's subtleties to that, and there's sophistication to that.
Absolutely.
That
and I enjoy
and
a lot of that
people
too.
react to it, that I still love. But if that's the culture music, the music of the culture, it's like, wow, there's a lot here. I gotta get working. Yes.
And maybe that's a little bit of why these Saturday Sadhanas are working. Some of your comments, a few of you have mentioned how you grew up in India, and maybe now you're, in the States or Canada or wherever, somewhere else. And now through the channel, you're realizing, wait, how essentially great all these things are musically. That
Right.
I guess it's just easy to take for granted if it's always around you too. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
So yeah, but it's great to celebrate these
yes,
amazing
wonderful to
musicians playing
celebrate.
this amazing music. So thank you for being with us, and check out our Indian music playlist. It is continuing to grow as we keep diving into this. So
Please enjoy. Thank you, everybody.
see you in the next video. Bye.